Alright, this one is for December the 28th, 1980 at 9:05 a.m. We'll be there in 25 seconds. And down here, you'll see we're in Olathe, Kansas. And clearly, you can see you are a Sagittarian. You're literally wearing the sun as a crown. Now, right now, on our winter solstice, this is where the sun is coming up, actually, right over here at the end of Sagittarius, in the Milky Way. That's the winter solstice. This is where it always appears. And so it's actually in Sagittarius, not Capricorn. And the sun is clearly on your head with Mercury. And Mercury is almost close enough there to be combust. Let's see if we can peg this star below it. It's hard to get it sometimes when they're that close. I might move it and find out what the name of this star is. But wow, you have a sun crown. And Mars, let's see if I can move this along. Mars is just on the line between. It's at the total other end of the spectrum, moving into Capricorn. But I would, being as it's under, is that Altair? Aquila up here is part of Capricorn. So I'm going to call, that one should be, let's see where, get the closest star. That kind of gives us a general idea. Okay, Sagittarius. You'll see up here in the upper left-hand corner the abbreviation for Sagittarius. And that's generally how I peg where the lines are. Pull this closest star down or up, and it'll tell you what line. So Mars in Sagittarius, not combust of the sun. And Mars came up over the horizon before the sun did the morning you were born. So the sun is following Mars, which is your action. Sagittarius is a humanitarian planet, but it's also a fire sign. Okay, and you're sitting atop of the zodiac right now. This should be at the top at the winter solstice, and they have it way over here. And that's the problem we got going on with our astrology. And then this 13 sign coming in is just taking half the world down. They don't know what to do now. So let me poke around and see where some other stuff is at for you. Okay, let's do it in order. Venus. Venus, wow, Ophiuchus. I'm going to go ahead and just call it what it is, but originally Eagle, now Scorpion, and your Uranus over here would be in the claws of the Eagle, but in Libra now. But this Ophiuchus, I mean, we don't have a lot of information on this. He is the snake charmer in Arabic, and this is the serpent, to where the other one below is called Hydra. It's the sea serpent. Anything above the ecliptic, this band of the zodiac, is considered in the heavens. Anything below this band, their lower houses, are considered in the sea. So that's why you have the serpent down there. And this was actually brought in by the Persians, this scorpion here. Julius Caesar did it, if you ask me, but he used this influence, maybe even Byzantine, but it was not in the Greek. And it should have never been in the Romans. This was an eagle. That's why Julius Caesar went around screaming, "Where's my eagle?" Because this, when he changed the times in the season, the artists and the astrologers and everybody got together and they did this. They pulled it from the Persian, which they considered older than the Greek. But neither does it appear in the Egyptian. All right, let's move along. Uranus, Libra, Venus. You can call it Ophiuchus now, but Scorpio, Mercury in the Sun, and Mars, all in your sign of Sagittarius. Let's move to some of the outer planets. We got Mars, so let's go to Saturn. Ooh, You got a Saturn-Jupiter eclipse. Wow, dude, with the moon. And this is going to happen again in 2020. Here, it's clearly happening in a mutable Earth sign. And in 2020, you will get your Saturn return with your Jupiter return eclipse. You were born when the door to the Black Lodge was opened. That on the other side of the planet from where you were at the time. This is the changing of a generation. With your moon here, let's see if the moon is hosting. Let's key in on the moon. It looks not. It looks like the crescent is waxing. If it was waning the other way, it would be hosting these two stars. If that makes sense to you. But this is pretty incredible right here. And you can see how close this timing is. Yeah, we're going to see this same event again in 2020. But this time it'll happen in a cardinal Earth sign of Capricorn. So you're going to see, oh wow, for you, I can't tell you how huge this is for you. You being Sagittarius, and this being a mutable Earth in your birth chart, and it's going to happen again in a cardinal Earth sign compared to your birth chart, what's going to go down in 2020 will greatly affect you. I don't even know what to say. This is the first one I've read like this, and I've been harping on Saturn-Jupiter conjunction for over 5 years now. That's the key in all the iconography. It's your index finger and your forefinger. When you hold up your first two fingers, and they say you cross your fingers, thank your lucky stars. This is what all this is talking about. And here it's in the sign of the undefended one, but when it happens again in your chart, it's going to happen in Capricorn, and those under the sign of the two lucky stars of the slaughter. You have no idea. Uranus over here. Let's back up and see this whole run. As you can see, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Venus, Sun, Mercury, Mars. I mean, whoosh. You're just lighting up half the sky, so I don't expect to see much on the other side. But let's come back in. I don't want to waste too much time. I've only got 15 minutes on this short program I have. It's not cooperating. Let me go here. Neptune. It's going to be on the other side because I didn't see it. Come on, dig me in. I don't know why it's not cooperating. Give me just a second. Okay. Well, we see where it is by Triton. Come on, back out some more. I went in too far, as you can see, just to dig into Neptune again in Ophiuchus. So you've got Venus in the left leg of Ophiuchus, and you have Neptune in the right leg of Ophiuchus. Could this chart be any more strange? Let's find out where Pluto is and get the answer to that question. Wow, of course, you are Pluto and Virgo generation. So go to Jeffrey Green Wolf, WOLF, and type in Pluto in Virgo, or just watch his Pluto because he's going to talk about it being in Virgo. Of course, he has the dates wrong. He was doing it by the old chart, and clearly I'm using the correct numbers here in an updated Stellarium chart that you are Pluto and Virgo. So all you really need is that information. And I would look up on these Saturn and Jupiter eclipses. These are major events that happen on this planet. So for you to be born under this, you call that were a major event. I don't know who you are. Your username tells me a lot. I've already mentioned that to you. But there's stuff in all kind of stuff. Okay, we got pretty much everybody. Saturn, Jupiter, Moon, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto. Did we get Uranus? Yes, we did. It was over here, I believe. Let me make sure. Let me key in on it because my drag ain't working. Yeah, in Libra. Let me pull out some more. So yours is pretty much all in a line. You have nothing in Capricorn, nothing in Aquarius. You're just Mars, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Moon, Pluto, Neptune, all just whoosh from Sagittarius through Virgo, which literally is the autumn months. You know, we're still in Virgo now. The sun hasn't moved into Libra. They're lying about everything. But, wow, these charts just keep getting more and more fascinating. I don't even know how to... Let me leave that right. Go back in. I keep doing it the wrong way. Too far. Too far. I wanted to... Everybody in the picture a little bit more so Mars can come in. Okay, got from the moon to Mars. Wow, now there's a saying. The things that come out of our mouths. Let's change this over and take a quick look at this in Arabic. I wish I had a longer screencast. I could take my time and go through the names of the stars that are in their proper names in these constellations that... Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Moon to Mars. And everybody's in play. With a Jupiter-Saturn eclipse, a Sun-Mercury eclipse. Now that's unusual for two reasons. And three, with Venus sitting right there in the middle of these two conjunctions. Because your ring finger that you on your hand that you get married and you put the ring on, that is the symbol of the finger of the Sun. And your pinky finger is the symbol of Mercury. And Saturn is, Jupiter is your index finger, and Saturn is your middle finger. So, and then Mars over here, so I see, it's like Spock when he does the V sign and he says, live long and prosper. And then right in the middle of live long and prosper is Venus and Uranus, an inner planet and an outer planet. Actually, two, because Neptune is over here on the leg of Ophiuchus. So you've got three right here that's really in the eagle. This is just used to be one sign. It was the sign of the eagle. And this would have been the claws of the eagle holding this serpent here. Or this one. It doesn't tell us which one. Water, serpent, hydra. Wow. So, yeah, from the undefended one to... give us a star name here. Second outgoing ostrich, and let's just do right on the bow. The arrowhead, and the middle one of the bow. And that's pretty much where yours is here in this chart. It's the middle of the bow. But in the other one, you were definitely crowned out. See how Mars looks more to Capricorn here? But when we pull the star, we seen it was clearly in Sagittarius. All right. That was an interesting chart. These are getting to be fun. Like I said, I wish I had more time. I would do more with it. Because it's real fascinating when you start breaking down into the stars. And I know you can't get Stellarium. You know, I know some of you can't. So you don't have that opportunity to go back and just take your time and piddle through it. So I do what I can in 15 minutes. I hope that helped. And this is your circle, right? You got all your jewels on one side of the circle.